I think it'd be more beneficial if instead of donating ice, you had to delete your Facebook for like 5 months if you didn't donate money.
There you go. Or yeah, exactly. Deactivate Facebook, deactivate Instagram, Twitter,
Yeah,
all
all
of
your
them.
social media so
All
that
of
you
them.
will feel alone like
Exactly.
you'd feel if you had a
Mhm.
disease.
Well,
That would be a great one for depression.
that's right.
Like
Gonna,
you can donate money to help people or
mhm.
you can stop.
That's right. Gonna high kick you back into the 90s. What we're gonna do?
Exactly.
No social media, none of that mess. You're gonna and go back to VHS. Screw your Blu-ray, screw your DVD. You're going back to VHS for 5 months. How about that?
Mhm.
There you go. Well,
New plan.
a good plan. I think that works. I tell you what, we're gonna strike up a charity, and that's what the punishment's gonna be. Either donate to donate to the charity, or we're taking away all of your social media, all of your Xbox, all of your hula hoops, and your rock and roll. We're taking it all away.
They can have the hula hoops.
Oh, they can have that. Oh, okay.
They can have anything that we had in the 90s.
Okay. Now
So
these kids
your
today,
technology
though,
stops at Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi. That's right. We'll stop
Then.
and Atari, and we'll stop the looks at Zumbas. I think that works for pants. So and get the fade. So we're going to transform you back to somebody in the 90s. Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to strike up a charity, and if you don't pay up, we are going to literally send you back in time. It's going to be freaking time traveling in the DeLorean. It's going to happen. That's 80s, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same rules apply here. It's all right. But yeah, so this is happening. This is going to happen. We're going to get hooked up with somebody, and if you don't donate, you're going to have to go back to the 90s somehow.
Speaking of which, though, the 90s are making a comeback, and I cried. Because there was this dress at Kohl's, and I was like, oh, my God.
You're talking that. Okay.
It's beautiful. Like, I would have worn that in high school.
Yeah.
And then it's like, flashback to the 90s. And I'm like, I did wear it in high school.
You did. That's why you recognize it.
Yes. And serious 90s comeback. And I'm just like, now you know you're old when you're like
exactly
style and decade reemerges
all
like,
of a sudden craziness. And speaking of 90s making a comeback, I don't know if you heard about this. I posted on the 90s page that the original Power Rangers movie they're making a remake of it, not of the show. That was my phone, if you heard that. Not of the show, but of the movie that was made of the original show, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They are
the Morphins.
The Morphins. They are remaking that movie, and it's coming out in 2016. How the hell is that supposed to happen? Can somebody please explain this to me? I don't understand it. I'm lost in all of that.
I don't know.
Again, it's like we were talking about. It's like it's going to be like people with receding hairlines and guts. Popping out of under their shirt.
They're not going to be the Power Rangers.
They're not.
They're going to make cameos. Like, they're not. I don't know who they're going to be. I'm just hoping this time that, they don't.
But how can they make cameos if they're remaking it? It's going to be the same story as they had.
I just don't want them to be
back.
racist anymore.
That's going to be difficult because
why was the Asian girl yellow?
Yellow. The black guy was the Black Ranger.
You know, guy that was somewhat tan red.
Come on. Exactly. Exactly.
Stop. So I wonder if they're going to correct that this time.
That's a good question. So
Probably not.
Probably not. And of course, most of the show was just Japanese footage from the Japanese television show.
It's going to take them like 3 years.
It's going to take them 2 years to make this movie. I'm like, do you not remember Mighty Morphin Power, the original one? All it was the footage from the Japanese TV show.
Minutes.
There was a Japanese TV show that this was the Japanese TV show in Japan, and then people at that Saban company, I think, who did the show said, oh, that's a good show. Let's bring it to America. So they got the costumes. They literally had the costumes on for like 2 or 3 minutes in the show,
and then they cut to the
Japanese footage, and that was the show. So I'm like, you can't do that in a movie. This is the days of iMovie and stuff. You can make a movie in less than a year.
I just don't know who's going to see it.
Who's going to be in it? That's my question. And then who's going to see it? I'll probably be the geek and go see it. But I'm just saying.
For shame.
I will do it. Well, we have to do it for the show anyway. We have to talk about it.
Well, yeah. For research, I might see it. But
see, so for research purposes, it has to be done.
Has to be done.
So
in 2 years.
In 2 years, wherever we'll be at that point. So.